with Loveland, I think that he and Cole Kmet can do so many different things. I think it's really fun that you can enter into a play in 12 personnel and go jumbo, right? Or you have DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, Cole Kmet, Colston Loveland, and DeAndre Swift, and you can go from jumbo originally, or you could just go 5 wide. Like, what the heck, right? And I think that versatility, that unpredictability matched with Ben Johnson's creativity, how many words can I use that end in Y here, that it just allows the imagination to really get going. And for Caleb Williams specifically, it's kind of like on him now, right, Carm? Because you look at it and they beefed up the interior offensive line. They added competition at the tackle spots. They have all these offensive playmakers. It's all set up well for him. Now it's time for him to make the next step.
Yeah, and you mentioned that the tight end can be kind of that safety blanket for Caleb Williams. The tight ends are a safety blanket for anyone in a Ben Johnson offense if you're going off of what we saw in Detroit. Now, I know, again, it's not going to be the exact same thing, but the Lions ran 12 personnel, which is 2 tight ends on the field, the third highest rate in the league last year. So that's an incredible amount. That's a very significant portion of this offense. So you need both a guy like Colston Loveland, and you still have use for Cole Kmet, who I think everyone still wants to see more of. This is the system to do it in. And we had so many discussions about just adding weapons for this offense. It didn't matter if it was a running back, if it was a tight end, if it was some combination of the two of them, like some hybrid player. Ben Johnson's going to figure out what you do well and exploit that, but he's also going to raise the floor. And I think that that's the biggest thing with Colston Loveland is when you looked at him and Tyler Warren, I think most of the league thought that they were neck and neck. For as much as Tyler Warren kind of got the spotlight, Colston Loveland was always right there, but Colston Loveland was also seen as a little bit more of a raw prospect, or maybe had a higher ceiling than Tyler Warren. You knew a little, Tyler Warren was the more sure thing. Colston Loveland is the guy that if he gets into the right system, if he gets a coach that can really develop him, which Ben Johnson can, he's proved that he can do that with tight ends, that he could potentially reach a higher ceiling than even Tyler Warren. So I'm really excited about it from that perspective because, again, I go back to the trust and the track record of what Ben Johnson has been able to do with tight ends. I've seen him and covered him as he develops a tight end and one of the best tight ends in rookie history. And then, Brock Bowers comes along last year and obliterates all of Sam Laporta's records from 2 years ago. But that's not the norm. Sam Laporta is still an incredibly good tight end. His rookie season was incredible, and I expect nothing less than Colston Loveland, and for him to be used in myriad ways across this offense. Like you said, you can be used in those bigger jumbo packages where you have multiple linemen on the field, but you're not sacrificing a pass catcher in that sense. You have a guy that knows the routes and all of that kind of stuff, or you can go 5 wide, but you go with a bigger body that can still chip, that can kind of make things tough on defenders on the other side of the line of scrimmage. So those are the things that I am really excited about. Tight ends are just inherently a mismatch when it comes to offense. And I think that position has gone undervalued for a very long time because of how incredibly like their skill set needs to be so vast, and it just needs to be so flexible and variable and all of this kind of stuff. And they need to know the offensive line. They need to know the receiving game. And these guys take a little bit of development to get going in the league. And I just trust that Ben Johnson's going to be able to get that out of Colston.